So I saw your comments. I know we're going to talk about your fashion business on here, but I saw your comments talking about how you can help the young man who was just on here that's trying to find a content creator for his brand, actually for IG.
Yeah, since he wants engaging content for his business, I can actually do a research and help him come up with sales copies and then engaging content that he can post, every
So
day.
how much would that gig be worth for him? How much is he looking at for that
Yeah.
kind of gig?
Uh, well, the budget you spoke with him is right in that range. So when you were asking him about his budget, I was smiling because usually that's the first things I ask. Because a lot of Nigerians are still very ignorant. They're still coming up when it comes to freelancers and fees. They are not. They're still learning. So I still take a lot of time to explain. It's one of the things I've also had challenge with getting Nigerian clients because they tend to measure it like, what's there? Is it not just to write something and put it there? So I usually ask for budget, especially from people who, like him, now understand that they need these services. So I usually ask him. So when you were asking him, I was nodding because yes, that was a good place to start. And then the range from which you told him is fine.
Okay, so
The range from which you told him.
100,000 naira sounds good for a month. Does that sound good to you? So what about the challenge? Because I feel like for a lot of business people like myself, I think the challenge is always like we want to pay for social media marketing, but we want to see the results of the marketing. Right. So if
Yeah.
somebody like him comes and say, look, I'm doing good business, but I know I can do more, right? I can do better business. What kind of content do you think you can create for me to help me increase my skills by 400K? My goal will be to increase to the 400K. What would you advise for me to do? Will you be able to, I guess, have that kind of conversation?
Okay, so if I get your question, you're asking what kind of content
Yeah,
would I
if it
create
comes to you,
for
if
his
a
page?
business person comes to you and say, look, I want to pay for social media marketing, but I want to see results, right? I'm looking to increase my sales by 400K. Do you think you can do something like that for me? I'm already making 800K because from his numbers, he's making over 700K a month. Let's say he wants to increase his sales by 30% or 50%. And he says, look, do you think having better content can do that for me? What do you think?
For somebody like him
Uh-huh.
who is already running ads,
Uh-huh.
my first job will be to increase his know, like, and trust factor.
His what?
And then I will want to establish him as an authority in his line of
Okay.
business.
And
So
one thing that I see, and
we'll put a
sorry,
lot
you
of.
said for someone who's already running ads, but something that came out from his interview was that his Instagram ads have not been successful. So there's still, I guess, room there to be able to optimize and make sure his Instagram ads are running actually. Because right now it looks like he's only running ads on Facebook.
Generally though, for what he wants, if I got his brief correctly, like I said, I think when I heard him, the first thing I want to do for him is his KLP. Let's up his no like first. Let's establish him as an authority. Mam Choma Ifan years they used to say something. She says, establish yourself as authority in that thing, and everybody will agree you are. Call yourself a name, and everybody will agree you are. And I think that's one of the biggest things for brand. So posting a lot of content that showcase the business, that showcases everything that goes into the business, showcasing the people behind him, his vision, how he came about, the everyday day-to-day things that people can relate with. Then we can now do educational content for him, content that educates people about his line of business. Because you see, if I come to your page every day, and the reason I know you do freelancing is because I see you talk about it. I come on your page, and you look like you're doing good at it. So if you ask me, I know that if you say list content creators, I can call your name. So perception, building a perception about him.
Okay.
That's building a perception that he knows what he's doing. That's where I will start from.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. I hope he contacts you because, he seems to be a very serious young man, and hopefully you get it.